Hi, okay, just gonna go through some stuff I was thinking about. So one thing that can change is that all these ones here need to be reordered. So basically, I just want it to be like hot pink, men's like HP 01, 02, 03, 04, like that, 05, 06, 07. This 15 can go next to it. There's something else I want to do. The boys' braces, I want to shrink them. So maybe they'd be about 80%. I'll just do that quickly now. This is something, because I just want to make it more obvious that they're boys' ones. So this would go into here, and then if you have them all on the same on the same template thing, same PSD, and just have them as different layers, like here, so you can always see the placement's about the same. Oops, funny background. So just resize it to about like 80%, I guess, maybe a little bit smaller. And then it'd be more obvious that it's a boys one when it's sitting next to it in the pink column, and then there'll be obviously obvious in the boys braces thing here anyway. So that would just changing the photos for all of them. So when they're side by side like that, then it'll be more obvious. You see, I've done the same thing with the hot pink men's tie and the boys one. So I'm going to show you how I do that in a minute as well. Yeah, so the way to reorder these items, for example, it's in most of the colours. Like, I had the light green quite nice before, and now these two have gone in here, and this probably should be here. Something else that bothers me if you want to look for something to do is the bow ties look different than the rest. They're too dull. So that kind of thing. If you see it, you can sort of update it. Another thing is like this lime green tie. It was done, I think you did it with the first batch or something. The watermark's different. But see how the shadow's there on the tie? I was hoping to get rid of that actually, because none of the others really have it, I think. I think a couple, maybe Burgundy, yeah, Burgundy has it. And this black one and this dark silver, I guess. Well, dark silver I've got a different picture. I've actually got different pictures for both, but they sort of need a frame. Don't worry about it, I guess, though. I'll sort that out at another time. And the plain skinnies, the champagne one still doesn't have a photo. You can just grab that from the New Zealand site. There's a better ivory one too, I think, somewhere, for a skinny. And what's that, emerald green? Didn't you just do one? And we don't really have the plum up here in the skinny. And I saw you did one for the Canada site, so you could just bring that over and put it in. Yeah. Okay, so just going back to reordering the colours. Let's go to that quickly and add another one here. Okay, so I want to move this to probably after the waistcoats, and these two would just go down the bottom with the other green stuff. I don't mind so much if these are sort of a little bit haphazard, because they're not particularly related to anything, but as far as these, I spent a bit of time ordering them to make them nice. I'll just show you how to do that quickly. So you go to Catalog, Manage Categories, and then there's light green here. So then you go to Category Products and see they've got a position. You can click here to see the position that I put them in. And all these ones, because when you put a new one on, they just become one straight away. So I would probably put the south bow tie is going after the waistcoat. So actually you can do the same thing for the waistcoats as well, just like shrink them about 80%. So all the boys ones will be slightly smaller, and it'll be more obvious that they're boys ones when they're next to Like here, see these two look exactly the same. But you could just shrink this picture and all the boys' waistcoats. Just shrink the pictures for them about 80%, so they just are more obviously boys' ones. This is all stuff I've been thinking of for a while, but now I just finally realised I could just tell you to do it. You won't have to keep asking me for stuff to do late at night. So that mint green one, I guess I'd rather have it, doesn't really matter too much, but I guess put it after the boys one, so it'd be 23. And if you ever, because it's 22, if you ever have like something already on there, you have to sort of do a bit of reordering. You can just view 100, I guess, makes it a bit easier. And the turquoise and white stripe sets, just put them. Actually, maybe I will have the sets first. That number disappeared when I reordered it. So 23. Maybe I will have the tie sets at the start because they look kind of good. What was the other one? Light green. So there's no more sets. So, because at least it gets people knowing that we've got sets. Otherwise, I don't think many people figure out that we've got sets. So I think actually having, if they've got a set, put them at the start, and if they don't have a set, like the older ones, you can just leave them at the end. So I will just move this one for the time being, and then I'll rearrange the order of those two, I think. So, where is it? Yeah. So I'll make that 2. And now when I save that, hopefully when I refresh this page, the default thing that people get is like that. Yeah. So it's obviously a bit more complex for the pinks because of the way there's been a lot more added, but hopefully you can figure it out. Basically this is already 1, which is right, and then, oh actually, this will be 2, so make this one 2 as well, and maybe I'll just have a look quickly so I can explain a little bit better. Cut position, and then pink with white polka dots bow tie. We don't even have that, so it's kind of strange that it's on 0. Sold out. It's not obviously showing up there, so be 50 per page or 100, I guess is probably the best idea to show all 55. So this hot pink's 1, and I left a gap actually, so that's quite handy, so I can make that. See, when I do it, I leave a few gaps. I don't use every number, 10, 11, 12, 18, 20, 23, because you know later on there'll be something added and you won't have left the gap and it'll be a real pain to reorganize them. So right now I could easily make this 9, and this 8, and this 7, because they're almost in the right order. 6, 5, and now I've got room for the hot pink tie to be 4. I might just try it as 5 first. If they're the same number, it just goes by title, I think. So I'll just say that quickly. There's my cat jumping in. So I'll do a refresh of that. See how that looks with. I guess that's still number 1, is it? I want these at the end at least, and these 4 at the end, and then these 2 can be at the start. But there's more pink ties probably. Like for the dark blues, it'd be a lot more difficult because you have to think when you're arranging them. The order would be all this. At the moment, there's no order. I haven't done this one, so basically, I'd leave from 0 to 10, and then start on the royal blue men's tie for number 10, and then 11 would be the skinny, 12 would be boys tie, 13 bow tie, 14 pocket square, 15 braces, I think, like that. So they're in order, you know, the same way we do the codes. And it's going to run out of time, so I'll do a new one now.